What is going on, guys? We are back with some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle, and we are here today to do a video that I want to do quite a while ago, honestly. I want to do a top 5 LR comparison video with all the LRs that are summonable, not farmable. This doesn't include the androids or Piccolo or LR Hercule or LR Goku, or Frieza, of course, or Ginyu. This is only the summonable ones. So this is Vegeta, Broly, Trunks, Zamasu, Rose, and also Gohan. So I want to rank them from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So bit of a very breakdown, in-depth video of why, why Car would be number 5 and 4 and whatnot, because of course they're all good, they all hit hard, they're friggin' LRs, they have crazy stats, but who's better than the other? So we're gonna see right now in the video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something as well. So gonna start with number 5, of course. So number 5, I don't think it's gonna be quite a bit of shock, but it's gonna be my man LR Majin Vegeta, and honestly, not a bad card. All these guys have the same leadership ability, so I'm not going to go over it. But for their specific typing, they have 3 key, HP attack and defense at 90%. So Vegeta being AGL, Broly being STR, Trunks being Fizz, Zamasu, Rose being Tech, and Gohan being Int. They all have the same percentage and the same amount of key for their typing. So I'm not going to go over leadership ability per card because it's going to be quite repetitive, honestly. Vegeta, all cards have 2 super attacks. So Vegeta first super attack causes mega colossal damage and has a rare chance of stun. Second super attack is colossal damage, but it hits all enemies and has a chance to stun. So they reverted his I guess his super attack multipliers, because typically Mega Colossal would be on the 18 key super and Colossal be on 12 key super, but they swap it. So his better super attack multiplier being Mega Colossal is at his 12 key super and is not on his 18 keys. So he's somewhat nerfed, because the more key you get, the harder you will hit. So for example, if an LR gets 24 key, his 24 key multiplier will increase per key obtained until he gets 24 keys. So they do more damage because their attack's going to multiply per key bar until it's fully stacked. Vegeta only being able to get his Mega Colossal damage on 17 key, he'll never be able to get that Mega Colossal on his 24 key, of course, because it's situational to his 17 key and under. So he's somewhat nerfed. That's kind of suck, but he can hit hard if he gets a 12 key, which these days it's kind of hard to get an LR their full 24 key anyways, unless you're Gohan. Let's be honest, unless you're Gohan, you're not really going to be getting your 24 key super attack all the time. So for that aspect, he's a bit better because he'll do a lot of damage at 12 key. Maybe over other LRs, so that's the thing about that. Passive attack 150% when performing a super. Very big attack buff. It's conditioned on getting him a super, so if you don't super with him, which it might be pretty hard for you to do because he doesn't have the best key links, then he's just going to hit kind of casually. But if you do get a super attack off, then he's going to hit very hard. Links are Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Pride, Royal Lineage, Over Flash, Shattering Limits, and Legendary Power. And the thing about him that people dog on is for 2 reasons. He doesn't have a very relevant key link, and he got Shattering Limits. So no Fierce Battle, no Shocking Speed, not even Fear and Faith. He has nothing beyond Over Flash. Over Flash is a very good link, but for his team being a 120 Super Android 17 team, no one on that team has Over and a Flash. So you need to use him as a leader, 90% leader, and put units like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, put the AGL Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku on the team to accommodate him, because they all have Over and Flash. Now you could also run support units. Let's say you have a support unit who doesn't have Over and Flash but provides key as a passive. So let's say they Super Saiyan 2 AGL Gohan, 2 key, 25% attack and defense up for all AGL and STR units. You can put him on a team with Vegeta, and that's going to give Vegeta a key through his passive, but he won't have any relevant key links active other than Shattering Limits, because that Gohan has Shattering Limits in that aspect. But overall, it's difficult to get him a super attack half the time because he doesn't fit in his respective team. He has Shattering Limits and not Fierce Battle, which Fierce Battle does take priority over Shattering Limits because it's an attack link and Shattering Limits is just a key link. So still a good unit, still a very good card, still top 10 in the game, easy. But in terms of ranking the summonable LRs, I think he's number 5. So moving on to number 4. Number 4 is actually pretty hard. It was very hard, I'm not gonna lie. Number 4, 3, and 2. Yo, you can make a case to put them in. You can put them anywhere, honestly. Kinda. Okay, number 4 is Broly. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I know what you're thinking. What are you thinking? How dare you put Broly in this spot? Well, first of all Broly does damage. and more damage, and then more damage. He does nothing else but damage. And if you know me, if you know my love of the game, I value other gimmicks beyond damage. Like, I value a mechanic to stun. I value a defense increase on the super attack. I value a super attack increasing for allies. I love perks other than just damage, because these days everyone's critting or hitting over 1 million. Everyone's doing 1 million damage. Everyone crits into 2 mils. We have these big 150 liter percentage. Everyone does damage. Everyone can hit in the millions these days. Literally everyone, if you put him on a proper lead, that is. So Broly, he just hits hard, but he does nothing else beyond hitting hard. He hits hard very well. I'll say that. He's one of the better hard hitters. So although he's in the category of hard hitters, he's one of the better hard hitters, but he just does damage, people. So his super attack, first super attack being his 12 to 17 key super, does all an AoE attack. Does colossal damage to all enemies. And his 18 key super being single target does negative colossal. No stun, no defense increase, no raising the attack, none of that. It just does damage. Passive is when performing a super attack goes up 80,000, but defense drops 20,000 when launching an addition and launches an additional super. So he launches 2 super attacks when you super, but his defense goes down by 20,000, but his attack goes up by 80. So he hits hard because of that big, disgusting flat out buff, but he also can't take a hit. Now keep in mind, this is when he supers. So before supering, he can take damage. Like, he can tank any normal hit in the game before getting a super off, but if you super with him and take damage, then you're gonna get hit quite hard. So that's the one drawback. Like, he does a lot of damage, but he can take a hit, like actually take a hit like hard. So like he can kill you if you get super after a super from him. But well, by him, then, well, not by him, but if he takes a super attack after he supers, then yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage, people. Link set. Super Saiyan, same warrior race, the same lineage, Berserker, Fierce Battle, and also legendary powers. So he has Fierce Battle, no Shattering the Limits, so that's awesome. That's preferable above, Shattering the Limits. Although I like Shattering the Limits on units who needs it, like Vegeta. I understand why they gave him Fierce Battle. They gave him Shattering the Limits because he just doesn't have any other killings other than Over the Flash. So I understand that. I guess that's appropriate, but Broly's better than Vegeta. So moving on, number 3 is going to be the new Super Saiyan Trunks teen from the future, guys. So he has Shattering Limits, but the reason why he beat Broly because of his gimmicks, people, okay? First super attack causes colossal damage and raises defense for 3 turns by 30%, okay? Second super attack being his 18 key super, mega colossal damage, raises defense by 30% for another 3 turns. So he stacks the defense on both super attacks for the same amount of turns, for the same percentage every time. So for 3 turns, of course. So his defense can get quite high. He almost has 10,000 defense just flat out before even like any dupe system stuff. So if you put him in dupe system, his defense can get disgustingly high, honestly. Wow. So that by itself is a very good gimmick. Super attack, okay. Not super attack, but his passive. He gets a 120% attack up at start of turn and has a high chance to become a critical, okay? So he can crit on any attack. High chance equates to about 50%, so he'll crit half the time. Half the time my man is gonna get a crit. That's disgusting, okay? So imagine giving this guy level 20 additional attack. Level 20, okay? Gets off a super attack. Crits. Gets off another one. Crits. Like, that's a very possible thing, because when you have an actual built-in critical, like, that's a game changer. Like, what? That's very good, people. So first card to have a built-in critical, which I love. Like, with this, like, if it wasn't for this, I would have given him criticals over additionals, but because he has a built-in crit, I could go balls deep, just all in on additionals. Like, I wouldn't give him crit if I had the chance. Like, I would give him like level 26 additional if I could, but you can only have level 20 of a certain stat if the unit has that stat naturally, and then the other one would be like a 15 or, well, like a 6 or whatever if you split it up between dodge or whatever. So very good passive. I love that, which is why he made a 3rd slot. I had him in 4th originally, but he's just so good, man. Like, his defense increase, his high chance stun as a passive. Link set is pretty good, actually. Royal Lineage, Cold Judgment, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Legendary Power, and Shattering the Limit. So no Fierce Battle, but he doesn't. It's okay. It really is okay. Like, his crit is just so good. Like, it is just very good that he just keeps himself in number 3. Honestly, I wouldn't say he can even like argue for number 2 because number 2 and number 1 is quite solid. But if someone wanted to argue with me about it, then I can kind of see an argument there. I can kind of see it, but not really. Not really. Anyway, so moving on to number 2, guys. So it was honestly pretty hard between number 2 and 1. It was hard. It was damn hard, but I got to put my boy. Actually, our boys. Rose and Zamasu number 2 now. Don't crucify him, people. Let me explain, okay? So his first super attack raised defense by 30%, I believe, for 3 turns. And Mega Colossal Damage, his 18 key super, raised defense for 6 turns. So same Trunks mechanic, but his second super attack raises for an additional 3 turns, equating to 6 turns. Passive at the start of turn recovers 15% HP. Attack 30% when attack at a max of 120. So every time he gets hit, he increases his attack by 30%. That stacks up to 120. So he doesn't start off doing a lot of damage because he doesn't have a flat out percentage. You need to work for his damage because if he takes damage, then you'll see the potential in damage rise and rise and rise. Pretty appropriate to the show actually, because in the show, Rose got Zenkai boost throughout this series until he fused into Zamasu. So that's quite appropriate, honestly. His recovery, okay? His recovery is so good because it is a percentage. It's not a flat out like Gohan. Like Gohan, the thing about Gohan is that he heals, but he heals a flat 3,000 per orb, okay? It's any orb, very good, but it's just a flat out number. So the bigger the leadership abilities get, being 150, eventually 200%, Gohan's healing will be so like lesser to notice. Like it'll be less of a factor because he's still healing a flat out number instead of 8%. Like if he healed 10% or 5% per orb, that would have been better than a flat out 3,000 health per orb. So whereas my boy Rose and Zamasu here, having a percentage healing, that'll be relevant for a long time because it doesn't matter how big leaderships get, you know, 100%, you know, 200%. He's gonna heal 15% for whatever the overall healing total, the health total is. So that's just so good. Like that's gonna be so relevant for so long, which is why I love the card. He can hit hard over time, of course. He can heal, you know, consistently, of course. If you have like 2 of these guys, like one in the first rotation, and then you have like a TUR version, then you have like another LR friend on the other rotation, yo, you're healing like, what is that? That's freaking like almost 40. That's like, I think that's 42 healing per round. Like, well, every 2 rounds you get 42% healing back. Like, what? What? That's so good, people. Link set, very good link set. Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future, Big Bad Boss, his first battle in Legendary Power. So very solid link set. I'm gonna take that link set, honestly. He doesn't have Super Saiyan. I would have, yo, if he had Super Saiyan, he would have been perfect. He might have been number 1 with Super Saiyan Link because, well, maybe not really. Number 1 is pretty solid. We know who number 1 is, guys, but Super Saiyan would have been. It's a 10% attack. Link is not like crazy relevant, but it would have just made it easier to run him on a all Super Saiyan team. Like you could have had him on a team with his own lead, with, you know, maybe Super Saiyan 3, you know, Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. They have Over and Flash. They don't link up beyond Super Saiyan, but I guess it would have given him more variety to be in another team. But his team is very good. Like he has Fear and Faith, Prepare for Battle. He has all the, you know, relevant key links. He just one attack link, which isn't that important, honestly. It's just like a little extra additional perk if they would have given it to him. But you can't really take away anything. Like you wouldn't take away like anything here, honestly, to accommodate that. Everything here is pretty appropriate. So he's a very good card, very, very good. But you know, number one being the boy Gohan, like you can't do it. You just cannot argue with me. You can't do it. Try in the comment right now. Go ahead at me on Twitter. I want you to try to argue with me as to why Gohan is not number 1. Please argue with the boy as to why Gohan should not be number 1. You can't do it. You literally cannot, because this, oh my god, Gohan, he's just so freaking good, dude. First of all, he is the only LR in the game that has Mega Colossal Damage for both his supers. So 12 to 17 key super, Mega Colossal Damage. 18 to 24 key super, of course, is another Mega Colossal Damage. So unlike Vegeta having Mega Colossal Damage on his first super and then having Colossal on his second, my boy Gohan had Mega Colossal for both his super attacks. That is disgusting, okay? Plus with his 18 key super, he greatly raised his attack for 1 turn. Greatly raising is 100%. Greatly raising is 100%. Then we go up to his passive, okay? 18% attack up per key sphere obtained, okay? So that's any key. That's not rainbow specific. That's not int specific. That's not freaking fizz specific. That is any orb he wants. 18%. Plus, he gets one key per, he gets one additional key per sphere obtained. So you're already getting key for collecting the orbs. He gets an additional one on top of any orb he collects. So if you give him, if you give him his own specific orb, which is intelligence, he gets 2 key from that. His passive, he gets an additional key on top of that, so he'll get 3 key per in orb. So it takes 2. It takes 2 in orbs to get his 12 key super without any key links active, which he has very good key links. So the majority of his key links will be active in certain situations, honestly. Super Saiyan, Gazer Spec, Kamehameha, First Battle, Shocking Speed, First Battle, and also Legendary Power. So very good link set. Top tier key link, Shocking Speed, and Prepare for Battle. Fits on the majority of all teams in the game because the majority of units have either Prepare for Battle or Shocking Speed. Even villains have Shocking Speed, so he can link with a, I don't want to say the villain team, but you can put it with, you know, some villains to link with key at least. Like you just can't argue this guy. You can't argue Gohan. He is such a good card overall. He's the only card in the game that is pretty much like, it's almost impossible to not get his super because it's passive. Like that one key per orb, like that is a game changer. His passive is broken. He has the most broken passive in the game. Like you're pretty much guaranteeing him a 24 key, pretty much, because if you put him with like Raid Trunks, changes STR orbs to int. Oh my god. Or if you put him with Weirus, I know Weirus is fizz, but Weirus actually fits on optimal intelligence, so that's kind of funny because Weirus changes 2 type of orbs. He changes, I believe it's is it Tech and Int or is it STR and Int to physical? Either one of those. So of course, the more orbs Gohan gets, the higher his attack is going to be. So Weirus changing 2 types to 1 type, Gohan is going to get all those fizz orbs, and wow, the damage, people. Like he just does so much damage. He is just too friggin' good, people. Like you can't argue with me. Like Gohan is everything. Gohan, if you have Gohan, you are set. You've achieved the end of this game. You literally have an end account. Like you don't need to summon, you don't need to do anything. You literally can mollywop anything in the game. You have no worries. You are good. You are actually set for life. Like you can go until the end of this game and probably still be able to beat any event just because of how hard Gohan hits. Just because. The same can kind of be said for like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but Gohan is just another level, people. So hope you enjoyed the LR breakdown top 5 list of what I think is the best LR from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All summonable, so I didn't include the farmable LRs, of course. I didn't include LR Goku, Piccolo, all those guys, because it's not fair. Like all the summonable LRs are better than the farmable ones, so I thought that was obvious, so that's why I didn't include them, honestly. But hope you enjoyed the video, people. If you did, please give me a like down below. I would appreciate that, of course. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the boy, because why not, right? Why not subscribe to the boy, people? I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.